Hello everybody, welcome back to another term. It's really good to be able to make another video for you. I hope you're enjoying the beautiful weather that we have out here today. I'm up in my garden here, and you can see the sky is lovely and blue, and the apple blossom is out. So I thought I would come outside and make this video. And we are still very much in the season of Easter, that season of new life when we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus from the dead. But it must have been quite a shock and a surprise to the disciples when it first happened. And I think when things are very different all of a sudden, as it no doubt was for them, they must have been quite anxious, actually, about what that might mean, what that might do, how that might affect their lives and the lives of everybody, as they realised quite how momentous the resurrection was and what that might mean for them. And it occurred to me, as we're coming out of all of these restrictions in lockdown that we've had for so long, we might be feeling a bit anxious as well, actually. We're, of course, probably quite pleased that we're able to go and see our friends again and go and have coffee or go and play around our friends' houses in their garden or wherever. And it's lovely to be able to have these freedoms again. But at the same time, I think it's possible that some of us are actually a little bit worried about it, about returning to a little bit more like normal life, or life as we remembered it before the pandemic began. It's probably a bit like that for the disciples, that first Easter, when Jesus appeared to them. And the Gospels tell us how he simply just appeared among them, bursting through locked doors without any need to open them or anything. He just simply appeared. And they were really quite confused and frightened, because obviously ordinary human beings simply can't do that. They have to knock on the door or be let in, and Jesus didn't need to do that. So the Gospels tell us at first they thought that he might be a ghost or something like that, but Jesus is very clear that he's not a ghost. He's not some sort of apparition. He's very much the real thing. Physical Jesus, human and divine, has been raised from the dead. And he tells his disciples, I'm not a ghost. I have, flesh and blood, skin and bones, just like you do. Look at my hand and look at my side and see the wounds that the nails from the cross made in me, and see that I am really and truly alive and really and truly risen. So this is quite a frightening thing for the disciples, but at the same time it's an amazing thing, because this has never happened before, never been part of history before, and this is God doing a completely new thing and bringing new life in what seems an impossibly difficult and awful situation. But that's the great hope that we have, that Jesus really truly is risen, and that he brings new life and the promise that we too can share in that. And at the end of all things, when we are all raised, we will see Jesus and we will be with him. So that's definitely something worth celebrating, even if it is slightly confusing, maybe even worrying, because things in the resurrection won't necessarily be as they are now. And just as coming out of the pandemic, things are not necessarily going to be exactly the same as they were before, yet we can have confidence and trust that God will make sure that things do work out for good in the end. So if you're a bit anxious about returning to school and about going back to some of the things that we used to do, trust in God and talk to him, tell him what's on your heart, and allow him to be alongside you and to be with you in all the things that you're doing. If you've got some assessments coming up and they're causing some anxiety as well, know that God is with you in those, and he will support you, and he will never ever abandon you. That's what Easter's all about, the promise of Easter, that God will never ever abandon us. So continue celebrating Easter. It lasts for 50 days, so it's right the way through May, and we will continue to explore a bit more about what Easter means in the weeks to come. In the meantime, may God bless you. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week and the weekend, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again really soon. Take care and God bless.